blind spots are things you do that prevent you from being more successful in sales. They're also things that you don't do, that if you did and did more often, would help you be even more successful in sales. They're blind spots because you don't see how the behaviors negatively impact your selling and how you manage your territory. For example, a blind spot might be talking too much and therefore not learning enough about the customer's problems or interests. Talking too much also gives a stakeholder reason to think you are more interested in yourself than in them. Ouch. Another blind spot is being too serious, or as I like to say, being too much all business. Stakeholders can get the feeling that you've got your own agenda and you are determined to run them through it. Another blind spot is seeing a situation or a solution as strictly black or white when a better outcome can be found in the gray space. Another blind spot is being too passionate about what you're selling. Yeah, this sometimes appears as over the top or even intimidating to the customer. It's too much energy. These are just a few of the hundreds or thousands of images of blind spots. As a result of this program, you're going to start seeing blind spots everywhere you turn. With so much success in sales, writing on how well you influence people, it's important to know that your blind spots often prevent you from connecting with these potential buyers. You know, being somebody that they actually would like to buy from. I'm not saying you have to be charming or charismatic or be able to tell good, clean jokes. Just be likable. Your blind spots get in the way of building trust. They give stakeholders a reason to pause and doubt you. At best, they are sales momentum killers. At worst, they kill deals. Blind spots get in the way of building relationships. They discourage stakeholders from sharing more with you about their needs, their business needs, but also their personal needs, those personal motivations that underlie the business needs. To put blind spots in perspective, they are potentially destructive to a career, let alone to achieving quota for a year. Because on every sales call, your blind spots can threaten the outcome. Think of how many sales calls you make in a career, and if you could change the outcome of 10, 15, 25% or more of these calls, wow, how would that affect your commissions and earnings? Why do we have blind spots? Think of them as your DNA, so to speak, how you're made up. Think of your personality. Not only has your personality not changed fundamentally over decades, it's also been hardened over those decades by countless experiences. You don't easily change decades of thought patterns and behaviors. How you were raised and what you felt you had to do to survive, make it through the challenging years of childhood, that also influences your blind spots. Keep in mind that it's unlikely to 100% eliminate blind spots from your life. However, with higher self-awareness and purposeful intention, you can stop many of them more consistently and allow the better version of you to show up, one sales call after another. Before you bow out of this journey, before even starting, by suggesting that it's impossible to change who you are, there is one thing that is absolutely necessary. It will have more impact on this than anything else. You have to want to change. Salespeople who effectively manage their blind spots are likely to have more sales success than those who don't. They're likely to make more money. They're likely to be happier. Salespeople have a better chance at seeing and understanding and managing their blind spots when they use a model called the Enneagram. That's a video you're going to want to watch next.